So welcome here, everybody. You are popping over from the game, currently going over at Lawns. We have a real important match about to come up. Kazakh playing UAE. There is a lot riding on what happens here. Welcome to the St. Regis British Open Cowdrey Gold Cup. My name is John Kent. And whilst my co-commentator, our host, Carlude Martinez, is over at Lawns, it is me to bring you all of the information, all of the action, and everything as we go. Have a look here. So, Kazakh down there in the tent. We will be bringing you information of one change in the other organisation, but this is Fran Elazoudi, last year's finalist, the nucleus, the core of that team. It remains in place. And Fran Elazoudi, he is such a crucial part of that, of the organisation, of the style of play. And what a shot this is. Really nice here to be at Stedham. Kazakh, Sebastian Agaton, Leon Donoso, he is the change from the lineup that got to the final last year. Nico Perez, the 8-goaler, and Fran Elazoudi, the 9-goaler, playing against UAE, Her Highness Sheikh Mohammed. Now this is the change. We obviously saw what happened to Hugo Taylor with that ball in the last game. So it's great to see Ollie Cudmore coming back. It's like the old band returning. Ollie Cudmore, he's playing. We saw James Byrne play the other day. We saw James Harper playing the other day. Luca Monteverdi, he plays in the number 3 shirt. Juan Martin Nero in the number 4 shirt. Both sides, 22 goals. I'm sure, Charlie Hanbury, you are watching. Does that mean we're going to see a return of yourself as well with the rest of them coming into this British Open? So the umpires, Gaston Lucero, Henry Fisher, Julian Appleby, the third man in the high sky somewhere. Yep, I can see him to my left-hand side. So the Kazakh side in the tent, getting things all organised, all set as the team goes on. Like I say, there is a lot riding on this match. Both sides, one win, one defeat. Kazakh really impressive opening to the tournament against Ladolfina Jindal Steel before coming unstuck against Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal, and that was probably the performance to date, both on an individual level. Felix Essayin and his side. As we have a look now at the horses as well, I will then run you through the UAE tournament to date as well. Sebastian Agaton, he is on Doroguero Priscilla. Leon Donoso on Charrua. Nico Perez on Open Big Berry. And Fran Elazoudi on Hyper Lucia. Open Big Berry, that's a new name that I have seen in this tournament. And then UAE, Her Highness Sheikh Mohammed. Gem 15, Ollie Cudmore. He is riding his own horses. I wonder whether it'd be here on Hugo Taylor. He rides Ghetto. Lucan Monteverdi, of course, he starts, as always, on Nova, as well as Nero on Love Locks CIA. Charlie Hanbury, if you are watching, send me through any and all information you have. I'm only slightly teasing you when I say we're going to be seeing you back in the British Open. Great to see Ollie out here in this game. And luckily, I think anyone who saw the social media clip of Hugo Taylor, he's not going to be far away from a return as well. No serious injury, just a knock to the eye. As we turn out then. So both sides 1-1, as I say. UAE had that victory in that dramatic overtime against Park Place in the last game, and then defeated in their opening game against Sujan Indian Tigers. So now, taking it to the left-hand side, there is Juan Martin Nero. He will leave it for Lukin Monteverdi, this horse Nova. We normally see it come out in the first and the fourth as it's sent long down the ground, looking for Ollie Cudmore, but only gone as far as Nico Perez. Perez turns it round. Ollie Cudmore, he puts on the chase. It's going to be Nico Perez taking the ball out to the right-hand side. Cudmore comes in. Good play by Cudmore. When I say returning to the high goal, he did, of course, win the Prince of Wales this year. Ollie Cudmore with Cheval La Pampa. They then had a pretty decent Queen's Cup campaign as well. But his first game back here in the British Open. Great to see him back on this field. Sent out left by Lukin Monteverdi, and it's going to be picked up by Nero. Nero with the cut shot towards the goal. Juan Martin Nero just wide to the left-hand side, but a really nice start. Do let us know on YouTube, across our social media channels, where you may be joining from in this game. Still my favourite. YouTube comment I've had was from Curacao. It was great to see Bad Island saying hello to us. Curacao, I'll go with Curacao, as I'm told reliably to my left. I should know that, having seen their football games in the World Cup this summer as well. As it comes here now for Monteverde. Monteverde to the left-hand side. Still out here on Nova in this chucker. Nero behind him. Really nice play. This UA side, the combination, how they work. Still here going right is Monteverde. The two young players, Leon Donoso and Luquin Monteverde. Left now for Juan Martin Nero. The experience combining with the youth. Nero taken out by Nico Pierres, and the umpires blow a whistle on the play. We'll have a look on the instant replay on the screen. So you have a look here. It is Juan Martin Nero. And across there came Juan Martin Nero. I think he had to clear. I'm not even sure he had the near side play, so it's going to be a close penalty here. Curacao, a C with a Cedilla. How's that for a English lesson at this time of the morning? A Cedilla. I haven't heard that for a while. I used to call it a submarine because it was under the sea. I don't think my teachers were overly impressed with that. Cedilla, of course, the correct word. Right, back to the polo. 30-yard penalty. Going to be Luquin Monteverde. This, of course, was the shot they won that game against Park Place with. 30-yard penalty in overtime that day. Luquin with the penalty. Easy as you like. Luquin Monteverde has been pretty good from the penalty spot, the closer ones in this tournament. The conversion rates from the 60 is a little bit lower. But from the 30 and 40, he's such a reliable player. As the players come back to the centre of the ground. And it's going to be here once again with Luquin Monteverde. Luquin just goes round to the right-hand side. He will leave it now to Juan Martin Nero. Nero behind him again comes Luquin Monteverde. Good combination play between these two players. Going wide now to the right-hand side. Coming back in defences. Fran Elizalde. Haven't seen much of Fran yet in these opening stages. He's a player who loves to grab hold of the momentum in the game and really set the pace and the tempo as Nico Pierres now comes out to the right-hand side. Nico Pierres, the long-time professional of Sebastian Agaton. You see them playing together on the European circuit as well. We've seen them in Chantilly and the Kazakh side as well that plays out in the Argentine Open as it's here now with Fran Elizalde. The umpires were happy that Fran got the ride off shoulder to shoulder. Back again comes Monteverde. Oh, big bump there by Leon Donoso. Donoso pushing Monteverde all the way back at the moment as Luquin Monteverde. Look at the pressure there by Leon Donoso. In there comes Fran Elizalde. Elizalde pushing hard on the play and Nero coming in, but it's just getting a little bit scrappy and eventually Fran Elizalde taps it in towards the ponies, into the defence. They're all looking to go for it in front of goal. In comes Donoso and eventually the whistle has been blown. We'll have a look on the instant replay. Here they just got all of them crowding over it. There's going to be a decision to be made of was the ball hit into the player. They're going to have a chat with Julian Appleby of which way it will go. So just waiting to hear, I can just hear Julian Appleby talking about the way, like I say, when it comes into these short plays and the players, you have to give them the space. So often you see players being penalised for hitting the ball into the opposition, which is completely understandable with the rules of the safety of the pony welfare that's come on. But at the same time, you can't just put yourself there. If you are the opposition player, you can't put yourself there. You've got to give that space. So let's just see what they come with from this decision. say we're talking about the penalty conversions there. The 2, 3, 4 penalty yard conversions for UAE. It's been pretty good in this tournament. They're up there at 76.9, 77%. Kazakh, they've been a little bit lower when it comes to including 40-yard misses. And they're only at 57.1%, 4 close penalties across the tournament. They're going to have a 30. Let's see. So a 30-yard penalty. This time Nico Pierres makes no mistake at all. So Kazakh, they did decide there that coming across and putting him on the line, it was Leon Donoso. Nico Pierres with the 30. Gets the score. As the players come back to the centre of the ground. We're going to pick it up here now will be Lukin Monteverdi. Monteverdi takes it out to the left-hand side. Waiting there, Elazari. Nero, he will pick it up. Going behind him again will be Monteverdi as Nero takes it to the right-hand side. Nero still just takes it into the open space. Now takes it still further. How these players now with those new rules coming in saying you can't take it left and right as much as they could in the past. So they go a lot more lateral across the ground as Nero sends the ball up towards the goal. Juan Martin Nero is going to roll. It's going to roll through the goal. A lovely finish there by Juan Martin Nero. And that makes it 2-1 as we have another look on the instant replay. Like I mentioned, unable to sort of turn it round and stop like they used to. These players go lateral a lot more. They take it across. They keep it moving. And Nero found a really, really nice neck shot to finish it off as well. Martin Nero, he does leave the bulk of the goal scoring to Lukin Monteverdi. Monteverdi coming into this tournament already with 13 goals to his name after 2 games, so 6.5 a goal game. So we're expecting to see a lot more dynamism coming from the front as it comes here now. Lukin Monteverdi appealing for the foul. The umpires try to play the advantage, but they are going to call him back. We have another look on the instant replay. Like I said, they tried to play advantage, but the ball was a little bit out to the right, so they decide it's going to be easier to bring them back for another close penalty, 30-yard shot. Lukin Monteverdi, his second penalty. So that takes him to 15 for the tournament. 2 for the day, both from penalty spot. 3-1. UAE lead. Like I said, both these sides 1-1. They were part of a disruption with the heat at the beginning of the tournament. Rearranged matches. So we have a lot of polo to come on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before the quarterfinalists are set. It still does look, whatever way you look at it, 3 wins will take you through to the knockout stages. If there are, I saw this morning, if teams end up on 3 wins at the top of League A, they will play penalty shootouts to decide the seeding. But they will go through. 2 wins, you're going to be relying on other results. So as it comes back now here with Ollie Cudmore. Ollie Cudmore now turns it back round with the tap to the left-hand side. Ollie Cudmore, behind him is Lukin Monteverdi. Monteverdi takes it now again to the right-hand side. Nice play here by Lukin. Good patience for 2 young players. Leon Donoso, I didn't see the last game. I was commentating another game that Leon played, but wow, that opening game he played against Ladolfina Jindal Steel, he really did dominate the second half. MVP as he was that day. Great to see him with his chance in the high goal. King Power he was with last year, was part of the organisation, and now fully part of this UAE side. As he comes out now, sorry, the Kazakh side. We've got another whistle. We are going to get one more play as we have a look at the instant replay in this first chukker. You just see coming round, turning with the line was Nico Pierres. But they're going to say, just looking at Nico Pierres' reaction, no, they are going to give it to them, I think. No, it's going to go against Nico. They're saying he rode in, unnecessary riding into the back, so it's going to be close penalty again, and it's just 1 too many fouls at the moment. by Kazakh. 40 yards out, this time a little bit further back, but like I say, 75% overall from penalties are near perfect through the tournament from the 30s and 40s. So Lukin Monteverdi stepping up. It'll be the last shot of this first chukker. Monteverdi straight through the centre. Beautiful penalty by Lukin Monteverdi. He already heads back to the UAE tent, as do the other players. So that will bring an end as we hear the buzzer go to the first chukker. And it's a good one for UAE. They lead last year's finalist Kazakh 4-1. We'll be back very shortly here on Polo Line TV. Gone down thinking it was a 60 or further still, so rightfully waiting, and it is for Facundo Pierres. Pierres sends it out to the left-hand side, looking for Pitaluga's really good blocking work by Veer Harmsworth, giving Pitaluga the space, and between Harmsworth and Pitaluga, a really nice play. Facundo Pierres sent it, but do not underestimate the importance there of the work that was done by Veer Harmsworth, who just took away the player. He didn't need to do it forever, he just needed to give Joaquin Pitaluga the space coming through. 11 goals to 10.
Feel it more with Lineup Pro, the premium subscription from Lineup Polo. Follow every stat live in real time. Search any player and discover win rates, strongest teammates, and powerful performance insights. Search Lineup Polo and subscribe now.
So, welcome back here to the second chukker. We're going to have a look at some of the Kazakh horses here. It's all open, is it? Yes, it is all open. Open Diodora for Sebastian Agaton Tutora for Leon Donoso. Nico Pierres, oh, lovely one for this. Alkima and Fran Elizalde on Zelda. Lovely to see the open horses. UAE, Olivero Leona for Her Highness Sheikh Ometa. Oli Cudmore, he's out here on Bieber. Lukin Monteverdi on Remio, and Juan Martin Nero on Osa. Really, really nice. We talk a lot, and we can maybe be a little bit guilty of it, of talking about some of these new breeds that we see coming through. You know, we've been talking a lot about the work yesterday that the Laulés are putting in. We obviously talk about the Chivans, Paquito de Narvaez, but still, that open breed comes back year after year, and it really still is at the forefront. And even when you look at those new breeds as well, it's never far away you see an open horse. So great to see it out here, 4 of them. The Pierres is so influential with the Kazakh organization. There was a time I think Sebastian Agaton played solely open horses. He's got a little bit of mix in there now. As it comes here now for Oli Cudmore. Good pressure there by Leon Donoso. As it falls again here now for Nico Pierres on open Alcagir. Bringing it round to the right-hand side. Waiting there, Oli Cudmore. Sent long down the ground at the back there. Just waiting is Leon Donoso, but Lukin Monteverdi takes it. Lukin scored 3 goals, all from the penalty spot. Juan Martin Nero with the field goal, looking for Oli Cudmore as he put too much on it. Oli Cudmore can't quite get there. Oli Cudmore on Bieber. Just running to the front-hand side there. As it comes to the right-hand side for Nico Pierres. Just going to have a check whilst we're talking how we're getting on over at Lawns at the moment. We're delighted to be able to bring you both games. Ooh, how about this? Park Place are beating La Hechicera 8-5. As the tail backhand played by Lukin Monteverdi. Monteverdi gives it back to Nero. Nero drives it down the ground. Her Highness Sheikh Ometa, she's looking to get there. Monteverdi swooping in. Donoso watches Oli Cudmore hooked out of it by Elizalde. Pierres now Can't turn, has tipped the backhand, Vattel backhand, and he knew exactly where Elizalde was going to be, and Elizalde knew where Leon Donoso was going to be. Donoso now running away, Leon out in front. Oh, Monteverde, Her Highness Sheikh Ahmed between them, just doing enough. Fran Elizalde, he takes it out to the right, and it falls here now for Juan Martin Nero. Nero, so much experience, both with him and this horse. Love seeing it coming back year after year on Ossa and Luquin Monteverde. Monteverde to the right-hand side. Picks up now, and here to the right with Nico Pierres. Pierres, he drives it long at goal, looking for the runner. Out in front, goes wide left. So players come back in. It's going to be Luquin Monteverde, Juan Martin Nero. And it's going to be Luquin, sends it out to the left-hand side. Looking for Juan Martin Nero. Nero will pick it up. Good set play here. Now Ollie Cudmore looks to go. Cudmore calling for the pass, but Nero just keeps it a little bit closer, takes it out to the right-hand side, being watched closely by Nico Pierres. Pierres just forcing Nero out, but still Nero goes. These two players who've won it all in Argentina and England. Remember, Nico Pierres, he was the replacement for Juan Martin the year that Juan Martin went over from Elestina to that La Dauphina organisation. As it comes here now for Nero again, out to the right-hand side. Picked away here by Nico Pierres, and Pierres turns it back round, and here again with Elizalde. Halfway through the second chuck, a nice open running polo at the moment as Nico Pierres looks to get there in front of Ollie Cudmore. Cudmore over the top. The umpire's happy for play to continue as it falls here now for Leon Donoso. Donoso, tail backhand played, looking for Elizalde. Elizalde reaches behind Luquin Monteverde. Luquin Monteverde looking to put on the pressure. Elizalde looks behind here now. Oh, look at that by Nico Pierres. Out the air towards the goal. Cudmore, can he get there? Yes, he can. Good defensive play, but it's going to come straight back at them here with Pierres. Pierres and Nero. Nero on the near side. Takes it round. The whistle has been blown. We'll have a look on the instant replay. As we have a look here at the instant replay, once again, you see here, it was Nero on the ball. Elizalde, Nico Pierres, they all thought it might be theirs. And it's going to go in favour of Kazakh, I believe. Oh no, I'm saying that. Obviously the Kazakh players are going to where they think it should be. So it was a foul against Juan Martin Nero. So penalty free, 40-yard shot here for Kazakh. Chance here to make it 4-2. Serve the umpire's call play. Nico Pierres coming in over the years, this walk-up style of his. Sends it. Oh, it's blocked by Luquin Monteverde, and that's the difference. Luquin Monteverde, he has scored 3 penalties, and that is a miss for Kazakh still. That conversion rate, you want it to be up above the 70s, really, if truth be told. And Kazakh just struggling there as it's sent out left here now by Luquin Monteverde. Coming back there on the near side. Good play by Donoso. Now with the open backhand goes Luquin Monteverde. As far now as Nico Pierres again. Pierres with the tap to the left. Behind him, Nero. Behind him still is Elizalde. Elizalde taking it to the left of Monteverde. Monteverde does well. Cudmore, just about hangs on there, Ollie Cudmore, as it comes around here now for Leon Donoso. Donoso, little golf chip down the ground. A lovely shot looking for Elizalde. Elizalde, good pressure by Cudmore, who'd gone back all the way. And now here with Luquin Monteverde once more. Monteverde taps it left. Ooh, not what he was planning there. Nico Pierres, he picks up on it. Pierres taking on Nero, but Nero just again using all that experience. We keep on talking about how good he is in this number 4 position. As for players, the next generation look to come behind, but he still very much is the player in that position. As for ride-off there by Monteverde against Nico Pierres. As we have a look on the instant replay, they came together pretty hard there, if truth be told. As it was just slightly off the screen. It was between Kazakh, Nico Pierres and Lukin Monteverde of UAE, and they're going to go up and give it here to Kazakh again, and another chance. And Elizalde, always so well mounted. 9 goals. He is such a unique player, how he goes. He just gives it his all out. I think that combination of him and Hilario Ajo in the past, and the way he played last year as well, this Kazakh side, getting to the final. But they need a win today. 3 wins, it will guarantee you that knockout stage place. 2 wins, and you really are relying on a little bit of help from other organizations. So keep it in your own hands, keep it in your own destiny, as Nico Pierres with another 40? Yeah, 40. Pierres along the ground again. Oh, and it's stopped again. That's the second 40 that is stopped here by UAE. And the umpires blow their whistle as well. And frustrating couple of minutes there for Nico Pierres. As we have a look at the instant replay. Yeah, he stopped the ball on the 40. Lovely control of a horse to be able to do so as well by Lukin Monteverde, and then Nico Pierres. He had to get out the way. Always a penalty. So Juan Martin Nero taps it out to the right-hand side. Cudmore goes left. Sorry, Monteverde goes left. Cudmore was also left, further down the field. Left here now for Monteverde. Monteverde will tap it. He's got the time. The umpire's happy for the time being, as Monteverde now just puts on a little bit of speed under the neck by Lukin Monteverde. Her Highness Sheikh Ometa comes across, but Kazakh, they survive this time. And spun round here by Nico Pierres. Pierres up high into the sky. Waiting there is Ollie Cudmore. Cudmore turning it round. Good pressure by Ollie Cudmore up the front. He's worked really hard out there for his side. Is here now again with Juan Martin Nero. Nero turning round, taken off him there by Elizalde. Now Elizalde looks to go. This is how he plays. This is the Fran Elizalde we're waiting for, as he leaves it behind again. And Kazakh just not quite working for them at the moment, as Pierres is able to slow it down. Taking on Ollie Cudmore. Red ball is the call from the umpire, so Cudmore, he will move out, and Elizalde comes across. Elizalde now waiting for Ollie Cudmore. Elizalde just waits. Use it is the call. The umpires, are they? No, I wondered whether they might pull him back for that one. When they say use it, you just need to have a little bit more forward motion. They will double check the third man, and they're going to give that one, and you hear Fran straight away say sorry. He knew that was not what he needed to be doing. Malamia, my bad. Is the call by Fran Elizalde. So Juan Martin Nero looking now for Monteverde again. These two, they work really nicely together, as Monteverde goes out now to the left-hand side. Picked up again by Lukin. Lukin takes it out left. Behind him, Ollie Cudmore. First buzzer gone before the end of a second chukker. Lukin Monteverde. Just a little bit of cloud cover again coming here at Stedham as Monteverde. Oh, again, Nico Pierres not quite with his eye on it yet, as Ollie Cudmore near side backhand. It's going to go close. Elizalde goes back. He's got to keep it in play. And now they've got about 15 seconds to go by my clock. Nico Pierres drives it long down the ground. At the front is Donoso and Monteverdi, but Monteverdi, this is the new angle of his game at the back as we hear the buzzer go. That's the end of a second. 4-1, a frustrating chukker for Kazakh, and UAE still out in front. We'll be back very shortly here on Polo Line TV, Cowdrey TV. St. Regis British Open. So welcome back here to the third Chucket Kazakh with a fair bit of work to do at the moment. You've got Sebastian Agaton. He's on Wilmont, Nueva Zelanda, Wilmont, New Zealand, Leon Donoso, Vasca, Oklahoma, Nico Pierres, Open Posnet. And here you go, Fran Elizalde. He is on Van Candy, been waiting to see Van Candy coming out today. As you look at UAE, Hanish Sheikhamita, Jagger, Oli Cudmore, Roulette, Luca Monteverdi, El Overo, Leticia, and Juan Martin Nero, Enseñada Lamparita. Love this horse of Fran Elizalde's, Van Candy, 10-year-old Argentine out of Metro Fusil and Open Carmelita. He is the owner, Fran Elizalde, and bred by La Vanguardia. Really good horse. As I say, though, they still all go back to the open breeding eventually. Van Candy sent up long here by Nero, who was looking for Cudmore, but coming back now. Here is Van Candy, best playing pony already this year in a Queen's Cup game. One we'd love to see him out here and running on as well. So taken out to the right-hand side. Oh, there's a stumble. That was Luquin Monteverdi just taking a tumble. We'll have a look at the instant replays. The third man, he'll have a look as well. Looked like, was it just off the ball? Yeah. He's up very quickly. Have another look at an instant replay here. You see it's Luquin Monteverdi to watch him, a number 3 shirt. Oh yeah, he just got caught behind the legs there. He was going for the hook, but the umpires may have a look at that. It was. I'm just going to wait to listen. So, just listening to third man Julian Appleby as we flash our social media channels on the screen as well to follow us on. Like I say, do comment on YouTube where you're watching from. I think they're going to go against Luquin Monteverdi, would be what I would imagine. He did come across behind. It was unintentional, but he disrupting a Kazakh attack. So it's a question now of where I think it should go. As the umpires just explained that. Yeah, so just getting confirmation of that from third man Julian Appleby. That one is going to go against Luquin Monteverde. Completely unintentional, as we saw on the instant replay, but in the end he did just get caught behind the ongoing Kazakh player. It's going to be a question of the 5B is a 60. Nico, he thinks he should have a 60. The umpires just continuing to explain where this one is going to go. And it is indeed going to be a penalty for 60-yard shot. Chance here for Nico Pierres. So yeah, just hearing again Julian Appleby saying the hook was missed. If he'd got the hook and hadn't quite clipped him behind, he would have been all right. But once you commit like that, they are going to watch. They're going to be mindful. And there was certainly no intent, or there was nothing Nico did. So it's going to be a 60-yard penalty for Nico Pierres. Nico Pierres with the 60-yard penalty, and that's the way to strike it. Just put him a little bit further back, and he puts everything he can behind it. That is a beautiful penalty by Nico Pierres. 4-2. So, ball goes back into play. It is great here as we have Polo Line TV listening to what the third man is saying. As you get that insight into the decisions. Oh, lovely shot down the ground by Sebastian Agaton, looking for Nico Pierres. It's role reversal as far as those two are concerned, but unable to make the most of it. Nico Pierres, so the backhand played by Ollie Cudmore. Really nice backhand by England international Ollie Cudmore. Here now with Nero. Nero looking for Her Highness Sheikha Mehta. Her Highness out now at the front. Has a look out to the left-hand side. Lovely drive down the ground by Her Highness Sheikha Mehta. Now looking to take on Sebastian Agaton. Agaton goes back, and in there will come Pierres. Pierres takes it to the right-hand side. Here now still with Nico Pierres. Waiting with him is Juan Martin Nero. Sent out left. Look across there will be Luquin Monteverde. So Monteverde now under pressure. This young player, we all remember that winning goal in overtime that Luquin Monteverde scored in the British Open. As it now comes back here for Nico Pierres. Pierres ushered over back line. Ollie Cudmore putting on the pressure. As we think back to that team as it was, that winning goal by Luquin Monteverde, Barto Castagnola, Tommy Beresford, the lineup that year. You had Kaylee Maria Smith playing in place of Her Highness Sheikha Mehta. Was such a good lineup. But since then, when Barto went elsewhere and Tommy Beresford as well, the role and the responsibility of Luquin Monteverde has become more defensive, and it's great to see him coming into that role so well as well. His father, Lucas Monteverde, does so much as well behind the scenes as we switch now to the run of play with Elazade, but again, Nero just puts himself across, takes it out across the play, looking for the space. It's that lateral play that you see these players coming with again. Nero drives it here towards the boards. Glad to say it's going to stay in play as they come in front of the commentary area here as Elazade comes across. Tapping it round. Oh, left it behind. Nero had the chance to come in, but coming back in defense is Nico Pierres. Pierres picked out the air again by Elazade. Elazade looking for Leon Donoso. And this is where Kazakh are at their best. Leon Donoso running away from Ollie Cudmore. So good on the ball. This young player, Leon, so composed in front of goal with the near side shot. He's going to have to go one more time, appealing for a foul. Oh, does Ollie Cudmore just come across a bit? No, the umpires are happy for play to continue. Sebastian Agaton. Now they blow, and we'll see what the decision is. Leon, son of Jose Donoso. We've had the joy of watching him here at Cowdrey Park over the years. I had the run round from his younger brother, Andino Donoso, recently as well. He's not far away. As we have a look there at the instant replay, yeah, no, Ollie Cudmore was fine. And the foul by Sebastian Agaton out in front. So, Juan Martin Nero, 2.5 minutes to go in the third chukker. Puts it up there for Leon. Sorry, what am I talking about? Luquin Monteverde. Monteverde still now running down the ground. This time he leaves it behind, so it is going to be Juan Martin Nero. Juan Martin runs left, runs right, gives it back now to Luquin Monteverde. Luquin drives it long down the ground. Waiting at the front is Ollie Cudmore, but it's going to go a little bit too far to the right-hand side. So, back in comes the ball and Elizoudi. Elizoudi, ooh, nearly got there, Ollie Cudmore, but it's going to be still here with Fran Elizoudi. Fran to the left-hand side, gives it again to Nico Pierres. Pierres has a look to his right-hand side. He's got two runners long. He's got Elizoudi behind him. Elizoudi, he comes back, and it is going to be Fran Elizoudi. Good, patient attacking play here. Leon Donoso doing some good blocking work off the ball as it's still here with Elizoudi. Waiting there, Ollie Cudmore. Elizoudi sends it up. Has a look. Little backhand flick given again to Pierres. Pierres to the left and then the right. Good play, Nico Pierres. Pierres, the next shot towards the goal. It's just going to angle left. Sebastian Agaton tries to get there, but he won't quite reach it. And that will be knock-in off the back line for UAE. And Juan Martin sends it out left, looking for Luquin Monteverde. There is this change of play now, as you can't go in the past, these players, they always used to go right on the knock-in. Now they go left because it gives them this space out here in the way that it does for Juan Martin Nero. Nero into the pony of Donoso. The umpire's happy with the way in which that one ran its course, as the tail backhand then by Donoso did draw a whistle. And we'll have a look at the instant replay. It did look like Leon at first angle did come across. You see there Nero had control, and that is going to be the decision. So, I've been under a bit of pressure. The momentum has swung slightly with Kazakh, but they've only scored the one goal with that momentum, so it remains 4-2. Missed a couple of 40s, hit a 60, and now this penalty is going to be another one, you would say, for Luquin Monteverde. Luquin Monteverde, 30-yarder is as you like. The goal is scored. A minute to go here in this first half. 5-2. I'm going to check in what's going on with my co-commentator, Carlude Martinez. Oh, and it's, oh no, they've come back. Lachicera, they have come back. They are now winning 10-9. So they were down, and well down as well. And they were 9-7 down going into the last chukker. How about that? 3 goals in the last chukker. As we come back in here with Nico Pierres. Pierres out to the right-hand side. Nico still waits. Has a look out in front of him. Pierres with a shot looking for Elizoudi. Elizoudi runs through at speed. Fran Elizoudi with a shot towards the goal. That's what Kazakh need more of. That will give them something to talk about as they go back into the tent at the halfway point. As they come back to the play, our clock has run down to 0. The one here at the ground has a couple seconds left. And there it does go the buzzer, so that is the halfway point. We will go for a short break here on Polo Line TV, Cowdrey TV. We'll be back with the stats and the story of the first half so far alongside the team at Lineup Pro. So we will see you very shortly.
Yeah, so we've had a difficult season. The quality of the polo this year is incredible. In the Queen's Cup, we lost 2 big games by 1 goal in overtime, so we were nearly there. And in the Gold Cup, we've been very unlucky. We've had 2 losses, and today we got our first win. To be honest, it's a real relief because I've been really enjoyed the polo, but when you're not getting the results, it's tough out there. There's some amazing teams and the decisions are so close, but now we've got to win, feeling confident. I've got a goal today, so yeah, it's fun out there. Trying to make, small differences by a little block here, maybe pushing the team forward so they can open up the field. At our level as a 0 goal, it's very difficult to play, against these 6 goalers, 10 goalers, 9 goalers, but any little block we can put on, they're clever enough to make something out of it. So we keep trying. We've got the horses that love it, so we go and put them, in the game. And today it worked out well. We got the overlap. Yeah, so Jasmine and my wife and I have been playing for maybe 10 plus years now. We've been 3 years in the high goal. We always wanted to build up the levels from 0 goal through 8 goal through 12, 15. And we had the opportunity 4 or 5 years ago, Jazz got an opportunity to play with Scone. We played as White Crane then. She had an amazing run, and then a few years later I was lucky enough to play with Tommy Pinella and now with Polito. We have a lifestyle living on a farm in Hazelmere, so we breed ponies, we've got our horses here, and we live here all year long. So we live for the English season.
Well done, Gaston. Thank you, Gonza Ferrari, for filling in instead of Poulon. Congratulations to that beautiful near side from Jean-Paul Luxic, who's fantastic. And Cruz Heggie stuck a bit more at the back today. He didn't get involved as much, but I think that was needed because of Pablo Madonno's thing. There we go. Let's have a look at the 11-8 stats now. Pretty much similar. Fouls, 10-6. Penalties, 7-10. 7 to Gaston, 10 to Akasha. They led for 85% of the time. That's an interesting stat. They won a lot more throw-ins, Gaston. They had a lot at half-time, and they carried on winning those throw-ins. So that is an interesting one there. That kind of tallies up for what the final score is. Got to be happy with that, Jean-Paul. You had nearly hit the goal on one end, and then you had a lovely feed and near side of the other. There is the momentum. It's looking good. Heartbeat is looking good. Pretty cool. Green, little flashes of green when they had little moments here and there.
Gaston.
Yeah.
That is there. Gaston Lallet.
Yeah, there he is.
Thank you, Gaston, for the information.
Yeah, he's always good with that, isn't he? John sends us such lovely little nuggets. And if you do, like John said, if you have any more nuggets like that, please do send them to myself or John, or even put them on the screen and send them in on comments, because it's so good for other people to see as well. And you might recognise a horse. You might recognise a horse, you might recognise a team. So many people here at Stedham, honestly. Tailgating, and there's tailgating. I mean, it feels like a little quarter-final here. There's so many people here, semi-finals. We're shooting the other way today. We're going across the pitch because the sun would have been directly in the camera's eye. So we're actually on the different side of the field here today. That was a nice little goal. Came right out from out far. This was Pablo's. This was nice. This is the cut shot. Look at that, cut shot through. He was going out, he was headed for his tent. Beautiful. That was in the second chucker, I think, that one. This was the dancing around from Facu. Fernandez Llorente just got ahead. So when they had those little moments, they finished well, but they had to get the ball either very, very close to goal, or Pablo had to shoot very far out. There wasn't anything really midfield. 11-8, 1 on Gaston. Let's have a look at the league table. I want to see what happens if it moves. Everyone, I bet you're dying to see this table move. Bring it up, Marinito. Let's see. As it stands, moving up. Black Bears at the top. Alcacia in second, and Gaston in third. Now, they kind of knew that Alcacia, so they weren't going all guns blazing, but would have been nice to win. But at the same time, get the horses out, give them a run, get them ready for the next game. So Gaston are in third with 4 points, Alcacia 6, and so is Black Bears. They're definitely going through. So there's your top three. Pretty strong. Signet, Segavas, White Crane, Joe, and Julian Valhalla. Just a little bit further down the table, unfortunately. Thank you so much from John Kent and myself, Carlin Martinez. John, go back and watch Days of Thunder, and we will see you all tomorrow, 11, 12 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. Stay classy, Cowdrey. Best goals coming up. There were some good ones. Always like watching these. Some really nice ones from both sides. This was a good one. Here we go. We can flying up here. Dubai, and it was just finished really nicely in front of goal, and then it went. Great run. Barto here went for the cut shot, and it just cut open backhand. Yeah, really nice indeed. On the Queen's Ground here at Guards for our away ground, for our away game. 2 away games today. Live stream both of them, and then we'll be back. So it's moved from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. It's moved from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock at the Stedham Ground will be the final match of the day between Alcacia, Pablo Madonna, and Gaston, with Chris Heggie, Juan Brito standing in for Polon, Bertrand Lowley and Jean-Paul Lusvik. 13-5 on goals, 7-6 fouls, pretty similar. Penalties pretty similar. Throw-ins, well, Oca Caliente 59, but it was just those open goals, and they only led for 1% of the game, but 90% for Dubai. Super strong Dubai. 6 Gold Cups, 11 finals, and they are contenders. They are ones that we'll see for sure into quarters and could make it all the way to semis and finals. There's some big teams out there, but Dubai will definitely be one of them standing strong. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. We will see you at 4 o'clock this afternoon. That's 4 o'clock, not 3 o'clock, for Gaston versus Alcacia. I'm Carlito Martinez. Bye for now.
Everything begins here. Every field, every crop, every meal. But across the world, the soil we depend on is under pressure. And the future of farming depends on restoring it. Safe Rock, a natural resource to enrich the earth.
Give me every piece of my soul, so you don't know how to. Give me every piece of my soul, so you don't know how to keep it on. I'm feeling low again. Ain't sure I hope to go.
welcome back here. Lovely shot there, Juan Martin Nero. And we have a look here at the live standings. We love this standing as it goes. And I'll tell you what, that looked very different a minute ago. Laetchisera, they were not winning going into the last chukker. This side, but blew all before them away. And in the Queens. And this tournament's been a little bit different. They've come back from behind at half times. They needed extra time. But they're showing a new side of it. They're showing their strength and their resolve to come back. Then, Sujan, Indian Tigers, Ladolfina, Marquez de Riscal. That is going to be a great game later. There's still so much to play for in this Group D and E. When we looked at it, we saw it. Poor Jindal still Ladolfina, the lineup, the draw they had to come up against. But Park Place there, that's the big one of that league. They are 3 defeats and no wins. Love those stats. The waiver live table. Thank you again, Lineup Pro. Really cool what you're able to do as we have a look. So just for 1 field goal each. A few too many fouls for either side. I think that's been pretty clear to see through. 7 penalties for UAE. Throw-ins also dominated by UAE. Time leading. They led pretty much all the way since the first goal. Kazakh yet to be out in front. So here we go. 5 goals to 3. Those penalty conversion numbers. I like that one we saw earlier. 75% conversion rate for UAE. 59% for Kazakh across the 30s, 40s and 60s. And that really did tell. So we see now Lukin Monteverde coming across. Monteverde. Use it is the call by the umpires. Sends it long down the goal. Looking for Ollie Cudmore. Sorry, for Juan Martin Nero. Comes in front of Cudmore and gets the score. Lovely finish there. Leave your comments, please, for the game and what you're seeing. We've loved seeing you joining in and interacting. It was a really nice replay here. Juan Martin Nero doing the running through. Just to confirm some of the horses being played in this chukkers as well. Juan Martin Nero, he's out there on Neneja Gusano. You've got Ollie Cudmore, he is on Estrellada. And Her Highness Sheikh Ometa on Pichai. And Lukin Monteverde is on Leticia. Leon Donoso on Belinda. We don't know Nikos. We do not know Franz. And Sebastian Agaton, he is on Pimienta. Those are the horses for you as Fran Elizalde sends it long down the ground, looking for a runner, but going back and just ushering it over the back line. Using that experience was your man, Juan Martin Nero. It's nice to see. You think when you look at this line-out, when you saw, they played together obviously last year, and you imagined it would be Lukin Monteverde doing the running at the front and Nero doing the passing. That was the way in their Queen's Cup campaign, but in the Gold Cup we have seen a lot more attacking penetration by Juan Martin Nero at the front. As we see now Ollie Cudmore looking to run against Elizalde. Elizalde did well as the two come together on the far side and picked up in as the sun. It keeps on changing. We're right underneath the sun. Sometimes it's really hot and then the cloud cover, but it's perfect conditions out on the field. Very little wind. Not as hot as it has been, obviously, with those temperatures at the beginning of the tournament. Easier as it's here now with Elizalde. Elizalde sends it long. He likes it from where he is, and that's a beautiful goal by Elizalde. 4 goals to 6 now. Lovely shot by friend Elizalde. We'll have a look at the instant replay. He just cut it long for about 80 yards out. Hasn't been working. We're running and getting closer, so getting there. Really nice. Seeing a couple of the horses out there as spare. I think you're going to see Nico Pierres on Open Extreme at some point. Lukin Monteverde will be on Elovero Geisha as well, as we just have a look out as the players come together. As we have a look at the instant replay. The umpires took a little bit of a time to have a think about it, but it's gone again in favour of UAE. Nico Perez change on to a fresh pony. So Monteverde just looking round about 40 yards from goal. Has a look. Monteverde, and he keeps himself perfect from that penalty spot today. 7 goals to 4. Really nice penalty strike again. It didn't have the height, but that power just evaded any stick that they were able to come across on. So, here we go again. Out the line out. Sent long there again. Ollie Cudmore looking to run through. Little surprise, of course, but Ollie Cudmore's just really settled in nicely into this team. His professionalism, he always arrives so well prepared, so well mounted. His father, Rob Cudmore, so much behind that as well. It's great to see him back out here in this British Open. As it comes out right now, looking for Nico Pierres and Kazak. There in front of him, Lukin Monteverde. Monteverde takes it across, takes it out the air. Still here now with Lukin. Lukin left again for Cudmore. Cudmore now has a look up. Cudmore sends it long. Coming across there is Donoso. Donoso turns it round, and coming across now will be Monteverde. Tail backhand played by Lukin Monteverde as they come right in front of the commentary area here. As Cudmore appealing for a foul, the umpires are happy with the space, and it's brought away here now. Oh, they're all going for it. The umpires looking closely, and it's Leon Donoso, the young 16-year-old player, who's able to take it away. Left now for Elizad. He knew exactly where Pierres were going to be, but look at the speed of a turn. But I think for the umpires, perhaps not quick enough. We'll have a look at the instant replay. They're all going for it. You see, suddenly sort of out of nowhere, Monteverde turned. I think he crossed the line afterwards, was what the umpire's third man is saying. And it will be a 30-yard penalty for Kazak now. They've missed a couple of 40s. They're yet to have a 30. So let's see what he can come away with from here. And it goes through the goal. Nice finish, easy as you like, from Nico Pierres, and that will give his confidence a load of good from the penalty spot. As the players come back to the centre. 7 goals to 5. Now they've got into this situation a couple of times today. Obviously, well, welcome to those joining us after what sounds an amazing game over at Lawns between Laochi Serra and Park Place. That Laochi Serra side, you wondered, would they be able to carry on? And they've been asked questions in this Gold Cup, but they keep coming back and they keep winning it. Really exciting to see. So here now with Elizade in front of Monteverde. The umpires say play on as Nero is able to pick it up. Nero out in front, sends it long up towards. Going back now is Donoso. Donoso in front of Lukin. Lukin comes across. The umpires blow the whistle. And we'll have a look on the instant replay coming across there. They're going to have a chat to the third man. I will just hear and come back to you. So, just hearing, and as we saw on the instant replay, the nature that Lukin Monteverde went in, could be categorised as a little dangerous, perhaps. That's what the umpires have decided. They're going to take it a long way up. It's going to be a penalty for Kazakh and a yellow card to Lukin Monteverde. So it's just been a little bit scrappy, this game. As I say, if you are joining us, they went into an early lead, 4-1, the UAE side, and they were scoring the majority of their goals from the penalty spot. On the other side, Kazakh, they missed a couple of 40s, missed a couple of running goals, but they just keep on coming back into it, getting a couple away. Nico Pierres, he hit a beautiful 60 earlier in the game. Let's see if they can use this as their chance just to get into within one. Just starting putting that pressure on because it's a big game this for both sides. Do not forget that. Both sides 1-1. They are part of the sort of restructuring of all the polo coming after that hot weather earlier in the tournament. Pierres drives it. God, that seemed to take a second lift to it. I'm not sure they got a touch off the stick, but that was hit like a bullet by Nico Pierres and went up and high further. And that is 1 goal in it now. Nico Pierres just trying to drag his side back into this one. Just over a minute to go. Players come back together. Ball is in play. Back now goes Juan Martin Nero. Down the ground calling for the passes. Come on instead takes away the player in front, and that gives the space to Juan Martin. Juan Martin, look at him run. Juan Martin Nero with the shot. Oh, he's gone from left to right, and it may yet stay in play as well. They do bring it away now with El Azoudi, giving it to Nico Pierres. Pierres out to the right-hand side on the near side. Has a look behind him. Couldn't get there as we have a look at the drone footage. That shot really nice to see as Juan Martin Nero brings it round. Nero sends it back down the ground. The game really opening up now as Ollie Cudmore comes away out in front. Cudmore, as he found it, is just wide to the right-hand side. Good effort there, good polo. Ollie Cudmore just unable to convert right at the end. These sides, when they get going, they really do run. Little surprise either. It's been, like I say, a little bit stop-start, one too many fouls. But we're just beginning to get it see now as the 30-second bell goes. And now they really look to make the most. That one has gone fully over halfway length. And it's now with Leon Donoso. Can he tie us up here at the end of the fourth? Leon Donoso looks behind him. Can't get the next shot. And it's going to be Juan Martin Nero. Ushers it over back line. Good chucker, especially in the second half. And we will end it 7-6 in favour of UAE. We'll be back very shortly with you on Polo Line TV.
Sous aucun prétexte, je ne veux avoir de réflexe malheureux. Il faut que tu m'expliques un peu mieux comment te dire adieu. Mon cœur de silex vite prend feu. Ton cœur de pyrex résiste au feu. Je suis bien perplexe, je ne peux me résoudre aux adieux.
Welcome back here to the fifth chukker. 7-6. Are we going to see 2 chukkers left at that kind of speed we were seeing? Let's see if we've got any more horses coming out on the screen. The sun comes out. It suddenly gets quite difficult to see. So, yeah, Nico Pierres, he is going to come out on Open Extrema. I'm telling you, I will just double check the breeding and bring the correct information on you before I talk too much about it. And Sebastian Agaton back out here on Priscilla. See what we've got from UAE as well. Just a couple. Hotte Eme Reella, JM Reella, and Her Highness Sheikhameta on Simpatica SPC. So let's have a look. As I mentioned to you, we do have Open Extrema out here for Nico Pierres. It won Best Playing Pony in a Kazakh versus Dubai game. 11-year-old Argentinian mare, Open Sunset and Open Gajamina. And Elastina, unsurprisingly, the owners is Open Line. We saw Open Creative, obviously, the last couple of days. Beltran Laulay and all these Open horses, they just keep on coming out. Facundo Pierre is obviously pretty predominantly based with them as well. So, sent long down at the ground. Not quite as long as he was hoping for, I don't think. Oh, I wonder if that's Olivero Geisha that you've got Lukien having a look at Julian Appleby. Julian gives him a smile as it comes out left now for Elizalde. Elizalde turns it round. Nico Pierres with a shot, and it's just gone wide to the left. Just goes wide to the left-hand side. The other one, Juan Martin Nero, Wellesley looking for is Pite Maxima, Don Comandante, and Libertad Lady Hawk. Another best-playing pony. They bring them out as spares and in this 5th and 6th chukker as well. So if you do see a couple of these horses coming out at some point now, they really do leave the firepower for later on. As it's here now with Monteverdi. Monteverdi with the tap. Left for Nero. Sent out to the right-hand side. Looking again now for Lukin Monteverdi. Coming across will be Donoso. Donoso pushing him back. Good play here by Monteverdi. Monteverdi to the left-hand side. Chasing there is Leon Donoso. Still now these two young superstars of the game. And look at Leon go. Leon, he just swoops in, takes it away, and he's got the bounce of a ball as well. Such good control on the ball. Leon Donoso takes it out, but eventually hooked by Luki Monteverdi. But the work of Leon Donoso has supplied. Nico Pierres with the chance, reaches out, takes it out the air 4 times, sends it up towards the goal, and what a score that is. There's one for the highlight reel for you. Nico Pierres out there, like I said, on Open Extrema. And we've got us tied up here. 7 goals all. It's been UAE in front all along. As we just look again, it was a work by Leon Donoso prior to Nico Pierres taking control. And the way in which he just reached out, you see the lower handicap players, however the ball's in the air, they sort of take a hopeful swing or a swipe. Nico, in fact, he dragged it back to him. It's such talent, such skill on the ball that these players have, as Juan Martin Nero takes it to the right, gives it again to Lukin Monteverdi, but in now swoops Fran Elizalde. Elizalde, he looks out right again. Elizalde up high into the sky, coming still. Look at the ride off there by Lukin, who's called off by Nero. Nero and Donoso. Donoso just over the top as Nero runs it by. A really nice feel about this game now as we go into the 5th chukker as Juan Martin Nero just dallies behind there. Fran Elizalde. Elizalde does well. Her Highness Sheikha Meta. Look at her coming through. Her Highness with the shot goes for the cut. Unlucky there. Tail back and played. And they want to turn it round in quickly with Nico Pierres. Pierres looks out in front. Across comes Ollie Cudmore. Good play by him as he's there now on the near side. Backhand by Cudmore. That's there with Nico Pierres, and spotting it and going is Fran Elizalde. Elizalde goes. He's got the pace to get round Cudmore, so taking on the defensive mantle will be Luki Monteverdi. It's taken way out left now. Elizalde up the air. Elizalde wide to the left-hand side. Big chance. Big chance. Nico Pierres asking something. Cry from the back. Sure, he's telling Fran, why did you go so quick? You had the time. As the players come again, it's going to be Lukin. Sends it out to the left-hand side. Looking to get here is going to be Juan Martin Nero. Nero, I think this might now be Pite Maxima he's on. Just little flick behind for Lukin. Lukey. Now look how the ground just opens up. Everyone thought he was going to go right. He eventually leaves it behind. The speed of Juan Martin to come across in front of Pierre. Still now Juan Martin just keeps control of the bulls so nicely. Players behind him. The umpires. Oh, we do have a whistle. Now, is this going to be a foul or has something been said? Let's have a look and a listen as well. I go off mic. I'm just going to hear what the third man has to say about this one. So sorry just for going off the mic as we looked at Juan Martin Nero. I heard Julian Appleby, the third man, just say behind me that the foul is going to go against Juan Martin Nero. I thought it might. You can't suddenly, no matter how good your horse is, no matter how good control you have, if players are that close to you, you cannot come right. And that is why Kazakh have the play. Sent out right here to Nico Pierres. Nico called from the pass by Fran Elizoudi. Elizoudi watches it come down, but Lukin Monteverde watched him and matched him. It's here now with Lukin. Out of the far corner. Just take the chance again here to say how great it is to be back here at Stedham. It truly is one of the most iconic locations in world polo. Kerry Packer. He came here, of course, first. And the Aguirres with Los Tamaros. We've seen some of the best players in the world grace this field, and it's going to be here now with Lukin Monteverde. Monteverde with the drive down the ground. He's got the pace. Has he got the accuracy and the power on it? It's going to go close. Back now comes Elizoudi, calling Agaton off the play, not letting him out of his sight was Monteverde, though. Now Pierre is with the open backhand, looking for Leon Donoso. Leon looking to get there. I don't think he quite can, as now with Nero. Nero sends it down at the ground, looking for Elizoudi. Elizoudi, can he get going again? 7 goals all. And it really is Kazakh with momentum in this game now. There's been a real swing. Even when they were sort of 4-1 down, they were missing the chances. Now they're beginning to score, and UAE under pressure. Both these sides, one victory, one defeat in this tournament, as the umpire's happy that Nico Pierre has had the right to take away the play now with Donoso. Leon with the ball on the near side. Leon Donoso taps it a couple of times, coming across again there with Nero, left near now, and it's going to be picked up once again. Long drive down the ground by Elizoudi, but he's just, seems to be, if you were to wonder a couple of things, how Kazakh may go away. They've had a few long drives go off the ground wide to the left. That patience in front of goal, but you can also understand when you've got the likes of Elizoudi and Nico Pierre, as they are capable of scoring from anywhere. So let a whistle go. I think they're just allowing a change of the horse. Yeah, just instructed there by the umpires to go off and change, understandably so. And it's going to be a knock-in as we get going again. What a day of polo we have. What a few days of polo. Of course, this time next week it is quarter-final day. Big weekend of polo at Cowdrey Park. We've got 4 games on Monday. Keep an eye out across our social media channels on Cowdrey website as well, where and when those games are going to be. We've got to fit them in somehow. As it's here now with Nero. Nero sends it long down the ground, looking for Ollie Cudmore on the run. Cudmore looking to stretch for play. A slight change of tactic. Oh, look at that by Her Highness Sheikha Mehta. Takes it away in front of both Cudmore and Elizoudi. Elizoudi uses his strength over on the far side. Here with Elizoudi. Takes it out to the right-hand side and left again for Nico Pierres. Pierres spins it round in a circle, waiting close by there. Lukin, Lukin goes to meet him. Does he get it? No, not quite. Coming through with a bit of power there was Nico Pierres, and the umpires blowing a whistle. And let's see which way this one goes. If it does go in Kazakh, which I think the replay and the direction of the horses suggests it will, as we have just a look here. Yeah, it was coming across. Ooh, yeah, clear foul. And it's going to go up in favour of Kazakh. And now they're going to have a chance to get in front for the first time today going into this final chukker. Watching it on the plane, how about that? washing up plane on a flight to Morocco. That sounds like a Starlink aeroplane as they go through. Good luck, Kazakh and UAE. I wonder if he's got crowds of people on the plane surrounding him and having a look. So this is going to be Nico Pierres. Last chance. What is it? Penalty 3, I think. He's been good from 60s, good from the 30s. And now good from... No, it's wide right. He hit it with power. But it's another one. For Nico Pierres. Unusual for him. Unusual as we hear the buzzer go. And that will be the end of the fifth chukker. One left in it. We'll be back very shortly here on Polo Line TV, Cowdrey TV. All of you have joined us from the La Hechicera Park Place cliffhanger over at Lawns. Welcome. One chukker left in this one, and we're heading towards a really, really close finish. 7 goals all. So, welcome back. And we may, I don't know if you can hear the familiar tones to my right-hand side, we may get a guest appearance from Carlude Martinez in this chukker. Let's wait and see. We're going to be on one microphone, but you can't get enough of the man. And am I talking about Nico or Carl? Nobody knows. Nico Pierres on the screen here. 7 goals all. Look at that score progression. 4-1 down, 4-1 down, 5-3 down, 7-6 down. And then when it matters, they've come to 7 all, but it is those 40s we're going to look at. They've missed a few. That could be a very different scoreboard, but they're going to be happy to be there on 7 goals all. Carl, do you want to give us a lowdown on how the last game went?
Thanks, John. Yeah, what a cliffhanger. What a game. Park Place led for the whole thing. Those of you that might have seen it on the live stream, if you didn't. They just played a completely different game, John, and came out, and Hechicera were on the back foot for quite a lot, but then suddenly they turned on the magic, and Lorenzo decided to do his thing, and so did Heta, and they just came through and scored 1 or 2 just right at the end. So it was a very, very great match. So Park Place, unfortunately, have lost all 3. Hechicera are still on a clean sheet of all 3-1.
And it was a late comeback again? Was it a Lorenzo-inspired, or was it a Heta-inspired, or was it both? It was a Lorenzo-inspired. God, he's a player. Del Carril, there you go. Straight from the mouth of Carlude Martinez. Del Carril on fire. Hilario Jo really good. But it does, as Carl mentioned, send them to 3 defeats Park Place, so they're going to go away, they're going to lick their wounds, they will play one more game, obviously, this tournament, but they join those teams who are already thinking about next year. There's a lot of talk. We can't possibly say anything about next year, but there's a lot of talk going on already if you are with your ears to the ground. As it's here now with Luquín Monteverde. Luquín sends it out to the left-hand side. Looking here for Oli Cudmore. Cudmore coming in there was Elazoudi. Cudmore and Elazoudi come together. Pierres and Nero, they do the same. And it's Nico Pierres told a player he's got the time. Now with Nico Pierres down the ground, calling for the pass was Leon Donoso, but it's going to be Pierres. Pierres with the shot, looking again for Donoso at the front. Donoso on the near side. He just hasn't quite been able to finish those in front of goal today. And that one goes wide right. So, sent out right. Was just hearing from Carl there. There was also an injury in the last game to Hilario. He did get hit in the face. So it's here now where he was able to continue. But it's going to be Lukin Monteverdi bringing it round. Lukin sent out right. Gives it again to Nero. Nero taps it. Donoso waits. Nero looks to go. Behind him again will come Lukin Monteverdi. Love the way these two play together. They interact with each other on the ground, off the ground as well. They're such close teammates as it's here again with what. Look at them doing it all over again. They're just toying with this Kazakh side. Sent long by Lukin eventually. If this goes through, and it does, what an unbelievable score. And Lukin, you see him look behind the tent. I'm not sure who the brains behind that was, but wow. Carl, talk us through that one. I'm going to go back to you.
He's unbelievable, and he decides to turn it on, Lukin. He just can give you moments of brilliance, and that is exactly what he just gave us.
I wanted to hear more about the double act, because that was really cool. But yes, no, you are right. Lukin does have moments of brilliance. I'll excuse Carl. He's taking his strepsils before we head off to a 3 o'clock game. So as we go now for Lukin Monteverdi again. Monteverdi runs it out left. Kazakh going back. Lukin slows it down, checks it behind him. Good pressure by Leon, but now Ollie Cudmore. Ollie Cudmore, can he find the goal now? Cudmore behind him, the flick back, and now he's trying to play it. But it's come out wide, left by Lukin Monteverdi. There as well is Nero, right on the far side. Nice to be able to recognise Leon Donoso on the grey as they go right to the far corner. And now the counter-attack is on with Nico Pierres. Pierres sends it long. Now down the ground goes Fran Elizalde. Fran left it for Sebastian Agaton. What a play by Sebastian. Now can he go and level it? Sebastian Agaton. What an approach shot that is. He may have just put too much on it, which I think he may have, but hitting the really nice ball there. We've still got plenty of time in this chukker. 8 goals to 7 halfway, and it has been a really nice second half out here. First half a little whistle strewn, but the second half has been a really, really nice display of polo by both sides. We've seen all the good horses. We spoke a lot about Open Extrema, Van Candy, Alovero Geisha, some really good horses that we've been seeing throughout the high goal season as it comes down the ground here now with Lukin Monteverdi. Monteverdi looking to run through, going back again as Leon Donoso. We've seen more on the defence from Leon Donoso, maybe from the attacking side of his game that we saw in the earlier game in the tournament against La Dauphine. Jindal Steel, but he's been really solid in defence for his side. Now, in there comes Ollie Cudmore. Cudmore out to the left-hand side. Now looking to run it round. Look at him go now. Looks to take it out the air. Multiple England international. Takes it out. Ollie Cudmore on the near side. Can't quite get there. Near side backhand played. In there now comes Lukin. And taken away from all in front of him by Juan Martin Nero. Nero feeling for a foul. Let's have a look on the instant replay. Nice play here. As we see, turning it round, in there came Donoso. Tell you what, you can't hide when you're on a grey. And he did just come across a little bit. That's what the umpires were having a look at. And it's going to be I believe a 40. Maybe even closer, maybe a 30. I'm reliably told by our drone expert. Not the drone expert who crashed the drone. It is our resident American. Happy Independence Day, Ryan. And sent there by Lukin Monteverdi. No mistake, as we say. He has been perfect from the close penalties. We looked, as I said, at those conversion rates coming into this game. Lukin Monteverdi, UAE, 76%, pretty good. Kazakh, 59%. We wondered whether that would have an impact, and it has. It has. There's been a few penalties missed by Kazakh. That is the difference at the moment, as you now see UAE with double digits on the board. Oh, no, it's not. They're just moving a 9 in place. 9 goals to 7. Kazakh. They've still got time, but they need to go here as Lukin it comes across. Lukin now takes it away. Inbound on the near side. Left behind. Taking out left again here by Nico Pierres. Pierres takes it left. And it's going to be Nico Pierres. They need this one, and there will still be time if he gets it. Luki Monteverde comes back. Fan El Azoudi sends it through the goal. They're asking for a penalty. They want the clock to stop, but the umpires say a goal is what you're going to get. 9 goals to 8. Or maybe they will blow a whistle. Let's wait and see. That clock, it will stop. We're going to have a look. Third man, Julian Appleby, he's having a look, but Nico Pierres, I see him limping away from his horse. Maybe he took a bit of a knock. So the umpires, if that is the case, they will count to 25 and then blow the whistle. And now we do have a whistle. So we're going to have a look on the instant replay. Here now, as we have a look, it was coming through there, Nico Pierres. Oh, you can just see come across there. I don't know how much was on the leg, but it does mean that the umpires will have a look with the third man as well. We're talking a little bit openly about these penalty ones now. Of course, in years gone by, those penalty ones was only if there was a serious injury or dangerous play in front of goal, which obviously you didn't want to see, you didn't want to talk. They are a lot more common now because it's got changed to being a deliberate foul or a disruption of a surefire goal. So that's why you're seeing more of them. It is why we also talk about when the clock goes, how almost you can use that as a tactic, as if you keep it close and you try and draw in a foul. So it really has added to the sort of tactical dimension of the game, which is why we do talk about it a little bit more. But Nico, he's just going to get a little bit of attention here, so we're going to have a medical timeout on the ground. So welcome back here. Good to see Nico Pierres. One horse we got there, Ollie Cudmore, on a really, really nice mare of his, Flower Girl. Seen it win some Best Playing Pony awards. Really nice horse. And it's going to be Cudmore here. Bringing it round, but before he gets to go on a run, it's just going to come out the back of a lineup. Whistle's gone again, so Kazakh won't mind that because it just keeps stopping. 9-8. Remember, we stop on the first bell, but a fair play ball, I would say, is going to go in favour of UAE, but the clock has stopped. We'll give Kazakh potentially one more chance. 9-8. A lot on this final minute of this game. Both these sides only played 2 games, 1-1, as Lukin picks it up. Lukin, Monteverde, right. Can Pierres get there? White ball was for cool. Nico tried to get underway, but the umpires, they are, I would say, going to give this one in favour. Let's just have a wait and see if I make a real fool of myself on the commentary. They're talking to Julian Appleby. It was Nico Pierres coming across. Nico still asking the question. Nico and Juan Martin, it was, coming down the line. Still they talk. I'm just going to go off mic as I try and hear from Julian Appleby. The decision is, as I'm glad to say, I thought it was at the beginning, for Martin Nero, white ball. As Nero came across, I did think I heard the umpires say white ball, and then Pierres, although he tried to get out the way, it was disrupting the play of Juan Martin, and you just feel with that could be the chance gone for Kazakh. Frustrating for Kazakh, like I say, they started this tournament really nicely with a big win against Adolfina Jindal Steel, and then I didn't see the game, but I've watched some of the replay. I spoke to my co-commentator, polo expert Carlo de Martinez, and he told me how good Adolfina, Marquez de Riscal, and Felix Esain in particular, with 12 goals to his name that day. So Lukin lines it up, sends it long, wide right, and it's going to go over the back line. Right. What do you reckon? 50 seconds? What have we got on our polo line clock? 40 seconds? They're going to have to go quick, but we know they can do it. So it is here now with... That's interesting. They've sent Nico Pierres further up, flicks it up in the air. He's going to potentially try and draw a foul. Now they go. Elizalde and Donoso stretching. Is it going to reach Leon? It's going to be Lukin. Ollie Cudmore. Now, is that the winning play by Ollie Cudmore and Flower Girl? Let's wait and see with the open backhand played by Pierres. Lukin comes across. I don't know why he's telling me the ball went that way. He then realised there's a third man's to his right. So they're going to have a look. This is a big call. This is a big call. I've got the players right in front of me, so I'm not going to say anything. And, fair play, drop ball, white. I mean, Nero didn't even panic. He knew that would come. I think also we talk a lot about the video replays, and not only in this sport, in other sports as well, but on a big decision like that, in the final 30 seconds of a game, you can see why they have it and why they take their time. Because it just takes that, we all see things at different angles, but with the drone, I mentioned our superstar drone flyer, the American Brian, to our right-hand side, and they got the view perfectly. It's sent long now by Monteverde, and again, they send it long out to the left-hand side. It could well come back at them, and now, I would say they might just hold back, but they're going in flying UAE. They're risking the whistle as it goes out to the back, turning it round. There goes the buzzer, and that will be the end. It was a really good game at the end of the day. Like I said, both teams really needed the win, and they gave it them all as we go straight there to the tent. I think that's Jacinto Crotto in the tent having a look. I'm sure we're going to get a shot of Lucas Monteverde as well. I think Hugo Taylor, he's here as well. Oh, that's Hugo in the tent. That's who you can see. Sorry, I've got a slight shade in the screen. So 9-8, UAE final score. Been a real pleasure bringing you this game from Stedham here. We knew it had a lot riding on it. We had all the cameras and videos here. If you did join us late from the Lachisera game earlier, their victory over Park Place. Look at that score progression. 4-1 it was to UAE. 4-1 end of a first and the second. 5-3 end of a third. 7-6 end of a fourth. I mean, it looked like Kazakh. They had the momentum. They were 7-0. They missed a 40 at the end of the fifth. And then UAE came back to win 9 goals to 8. As we wait and see as well as we see them ride off. Nice to see, like I mentioned, Ollie Cudmore out there turning to another England international player due to that injury. Glad to see Hugo Taylor's okay. That social media clip of him went round. No serious injury. Luckily so as well. As we head over now to Brooksfield. And what a game this one promises to be. Sujan Indian Tigers undefeated. Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal 1 win, 1 defeat. So they need to win. Perotto, Sujan Indian Tigers, a win today. That will get them over to the knockout stages, guaranteed. And that one will start at 3 p.m. We will all be there. I will be, I'm sure you'll all be glad to hear, joined by Carlude Martinez at that game as well. Martinez, for German pronunciation. As we have a look at the stats. A lot of penalties. 4 field goals for Kazakh, just a 3 from UAE. 10 fouls by Kazakh. And it's for penalties, I think, where the conversion rate they looked back into. They never led either. They got in the front early. They tied it up a couple of times. The long goal drought, longer for UAE, 14 minutes. They went without scoring a goal. It was at end of the first through the second. No real goals in those chuckers. Great stats again. Thank you, Lineup Pro, our partners, bringing us all. Now, let's have a look at the as it stands. We get that update, and Laodicea, they remain at the top. The big change, UAE, they go up to 3rd. Sujan Indian Tigers, they will have a chance. As you have a look at their goal difference, that will take them to the lead of the group should they win their next game against Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal. But the big question that will be asked of them, if Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal, that would be an upset if they don't make it out the group. Jindal, Ladolfina and Park Place. No victories for either of them. As we have a look there at Lukin Monteverde in the tent there, getting the hugs of his team. He's been a mainstay of this organisation ever since they first came and played for High Goal, whether it's him or his father Lucas Monteverde, in the coach. And we will leave you with the drone shot. Thank you from all of us at Polo Line TV, Cowdrey TV, the St. Regis British Open. It's been a pleasure bringing you this game, and we will see you at 3 o'clock.